No, it's our propane detector.
That's why we're smelling raw gas inside the vehicle, because it's finding the path of least resistance. We're here in Guatemala City. Luckily, the van made it to this point.
We're sitting right in front of a hostel.
And I'm crawling around on the ground. There's gravel, trash, dirt, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I don't really know. I haven't found anything that has been like the aha, this is what the problem was.
So let's show you how we got here.
Sometimes things happen beyond your control, as if they have a life of their own. The choices you make, what appears to be right, seems you just have no say. As if you're a witness to your own mistakes, it's easy to play along. After you see what the choices came to be, like a storm that's passed on.
First day in Guatemala. It's 5:30 in the morning. We're gonna do things a little bit differently this time because we learned our lesson.
We stayed the night here last night, and there's no one else here. There's maybe somebody in a hammock, but there's no other vehicles. You can stay here for $5 a night, $20 per person to get into the park. And we're not gonna stay long, but we knew we had to come here and see it. So far, no crowds. Whoa. That's so neat. There's supposed to be monkeys here, and I'm hoping we find them. You know this already about me.
That's probably the only reason she's coming, to be honest with you.
Maybe.
Look, that's probably monkey poop right there. Oh yeah, look, right there.
Oh, itchy scritch.
He's got mosquitoes.
Whoa, look at him go. They're so freaking cute. I wish they'd come down here. We already know a lot of people make videos about these tourist hotspots, so we weren't gonna bring the camera out, but it is part of our journey, so we hope you enjoy our take on it.
Yeah, everybody sees with different eyes.
Yeah, everyone sees with different eyes. What, has he got a pink head?
Yeah, see, like,
That's a crazy face. Got some eye jewelry. Really cool. For all the newbies here, what are we looking at?
We're looking at the largest Mayan ruins in all of Latin America, which I didn't know that because I thought that, you know, Machu Picchu or something else was bigger. But I guess when you encompass everything here, it's the biggest, the most grande.
They filmed a Star Wars movie here back in 1977, and it's fun to imagine walking the same steps as the others before us.
Tikal is over 575 square kilometers and features 3,000 structures built by Mayans.
The temples rise up out of the jungle, and it's crazy to think everything was built by hand and still stands tall today.
Well, we tried getting here early so we could be one of the only few in the park, but in true form, AuBrey has to use the bathroom. Does this happen to anyone else whenever there's like something exciting going on? It's like, okay, stop everything, I gotta take a bathroom break? Because this seems to be the norm with us. Every time we're doing something, things get exciting, it's like, stop everything, I gotta use the bathroom. And so then I'm like, oh man, you can't hold it? No, it's an emergency, I can't hold it.
Quick note, if you come here, it's not all flat walking. You got some hills. You got some hills like the ones we just came up. So wear your walking shoes, sunscreen, bug spray, and you should be good. We heard if you walk the entire thing, it's about 6 miles. Great little workout if you're traveling by van or RV.
There were some Mayan ruins in Belize that we missed, but we had to kind of pick and choose what we could do there. Our time was running short and our budget was at 0. So we decided this was probably the better place to go, better money spent. This is the Grand Plaza. I think this is probably the center of everything, and we're lucky enough to be here. I think there's one other couple, but we're pretty much here by ourselves, which is really cool. And the sun looks awesome shining on the side of this pyramid right here. Oh, it looks great.
It's about 7 a.m. right now. We heard it gets crazy at like 9 to 10. So hopefully we can see it all before 9 or 10 hits.
We got 2 more hours. We gotta keep going. The thing that's really unique and stands out that makes these ruins a must-do is you're allowed to climb them. Unlike in Mexico, you're not allowed to climb any of the pyramids like in Teotihuacan. So this is cool because it's more interactive.
What else you got for me?
This is a fire pit.
Oh,
actually,
it is.
Oh,
it smells like... Oh, I smell it.
I know, so that's pretty cool. It'd be cool to be here at nighttime when they're like doing a bonfire, maybe some sort of like dance ritual or some cool stuff like that. We didn't get to experience that, but I have it pictured in my head, so I'm living it in my brain. It was cool.
Smells like a ceremonial smoky smell, almost like that smell when you go to church and they're blessing the church and when they're smudging you, I guess. There's like seeds in there, look at that. There's sesame seeds. If anybody knows about this, whatever this is, let us know, because we didn't do a ton of research. We like to just come and have the experience and not deep dive into all of it, and then we kind of like to come with the mystery and then research afterwards.
Okay.
It smells really good. It does not smell like a normal bonfire. It smells like they put something serious in there. Yeah. A little scary.
I can't, man. There's always got to be somebody that has to write Krista or Danny and a heart, or like Thomas loves Elena.
And they're probably not together anymore.
Yeah, why do you do this? This is like so disrespectful. Okay, rant over.
Looking down on the Grand Plaza.
But no sooner, once we got to the top of the pyramid, AuBrey was running back down the stairs. Okay, this is the most pep I've seen in AuBrey's step here.
When I see things I want to photograph, I know that window to capture them is short-lived.
Go ahead, run, run, run.
You got to go after it.
We spotted the coatis, and there were so many of them.
They didn't seem fazed by people at all. They just rummaged around looking for scraps and seemed to stay and travel in a large group. I could have stayed there all day. They were hanging in the trees like monkeys, and there were so many different sizes. Man, they're everywhere. Super cool. Yeah. They made the place feel exotic, even though maybe Guatemalans think they're like raccoons. Who knows? It was really cool to see them up close. They're everywhere. And see their little noses twitching. Everywhere. Look at this. Oh, yeah. It's totally monkey style. Yeah, you probably could have, if you would have ate lunch there, I bet people feed them.
Oh, I'm sure.
Here he comes.
And if you know AuBrey, you know she wanted to touch him.
Yeah, there he goes. But I didn't. In our shadow. I didn't even try.
No, because if they bite you, it's not worth it.
I know, and I don't even know if I have my tetanus updated.
I think you'd be more worried about rabies than tetanus.
I don't know, but we didn't try it.
Their tails are so funny. Oh, yeah. As a builder, I gotta admire this, because these stairs that are cut out of stone are more uniform than the wooden stairs that we just climbed to get to the top of the plaza pyramid. And they're cutting these out of stone. Those are just made out of simply wood.
Look at that.
And all they gotta do is just cut and install, and they're done in like, maybe it took a couple weeks to build that staircase. But this took hundreds of years, and they're perfect. Like, just look at that. They're square, they're level, they're straight, they're uniform. It's amazing. Sorry, I'm geeking out because I'm a builder, and stuff like this is impressive. Knowing that it was built with nothing but, like, I don't know, a chisel and a hammer. Come on.
It's about 9 o'clock. Crowds are starting to arrive. And we think we've seen pretty much all we want to see here.
Yeah, we've seen a ton of wildlife. We probably put on a couple miles. The sun's starting to burn AuBrey's fair skin. Hunger's starting to set in since we've been up since 5 a.m. And the tour groups are coming in non-stop.
Oh yeah, they're gonna put them all together for YMCA. Definitely. Okay. Look at those. Perfect timing. Look at that. We're gonna see what else we have in store for us on our first days here in Guatemala.
Yeah, we still have the full day ahead of us. Let's keep going. We had no idea what was in store for us as we left the park, but we had 5 hours of driving ahead.
That's all that was on our minds. We decided to head south to find cooler temperatures, so we chose to put in the miles. Oh, that's so cool. Wow. Holy, that's the fastest thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh man, it's so fast. Wow. That's crazy. How many do you want to get? Okay, you can't even touch them. They're so hot.
Yeah, super hot. We should go put some butter up in there.
Yeah.
I'll do it if you do it.
I'll do it.
Here, this one's for you. I don't know how you want to eat it, but...
Oh, that's a ton of butter.
Okay, fine. I'll eat this
Yeah,
one.
you got that one. You got this.
Okay.
I'll take like half that butter.
I put it on half.
Yeah.
Oh, good though.
Yeah, it's really good. Where are they going? So many people. Oh man, he's doing things.
There's a guy right underneath him with his hood on.
Wow. We're going over like a grade right now. We'll save you guys the beeping sound and give you a play-by-play. We first thought it was the dash cam, but it wasn't. Then we thought maybe it's the smoke alarm, but it wasn't that either.
Is the stove on? Like the gas isn't on the stove, right?
It was in fact the propane detector going off, and it smelled like raw gasoline. Jay thought maybe the stove was on, but negative.
See if there's a button you can push on it.
When I tried to turn it off, it only worked for maybe a minute, and then it would start up again. Holy cow, that was crazy. Oh my goodness. What do I do?
Nothing.
It's just blinking red now. I don't know what that means.
That's fine.
There were so many fumes in the air, we thought maybe it was the vapors from all the vehicles around us. That's what we were hoping. Oh, no. But again, maybe not.
All right, just let it do its thing. This was all happening while we were stuck in traffic, so I pulled over at the first gas station I saw.
Should I be outside? Like, can this blow up or what? If you're new here, we're driving from Alaska all the way to Argentina in a cheap van we got off of Facebook Marketplace. It's the first van we went to look at, and knock on wood, it's been great so far.
The fuel tank has pressure in it. I just took the cap off and it vented out a bunch of fumes from the gas, so the fuel vent is not working, and that's why we're smelling raw gas inside the vehicle, because it's finding the path of least resistance, which is obviously coming up somewhere into the vehicle.
I'm in here researching what the possible causes are. I like to come up with a bunch of options and throw them at Jay and let his mind just go to work. That's how we try to work together. But I love going on Google and rapid firing any possible solution.
Everything's hot.
Everything's so hot.
Yeah, I mean, it's hot out. So.
Yeah.
I hope that it wouldn't come to this. We bought this before we crossed into Mexico. As you can see, there's still plastic on it. One of our patrons just asked how the van was doing, and I was so reluctant to be like, oh, the van's doing fine. But that's what I said, is the van's doing okay. And here I am about to open up the brand new owner's manual to look in to see where the fuel tank vent is, so I can see what's going on with it, because it doesn't seem to be venting the fuel tank.
Oh, I can see it.
Yeah, me too. All right, so what I discovered is that the fuel vent just terminates into the filler neck. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove this O-ring, which seals the cap to the filler neck, and I'm hoping that that will create a little bit of seepage of air and fumes, so that when it builds pressure, it can just leak out through the cap. So we're gonna give that a try. I don't know what else to do. Sorry if I'm yelling at you, but it's really loud right here.
It wasn't going to fix itself by just sitting there. So we got back on the road to see if we could recreate the problem.
But not only that, we needed to get to a spot we could park for the night, and we knew the closest place was Guatemala City. The only spots available are right on the street.
We both aren't fans of the city in terms of sleeping in our vehicle, but sometimes you gotta do things you don't like. Living in a van makes you adapt to life situations on short notice, and I think we've learned more traveling the world than we ever did in school. I've been working on my laptop, trying to get another video knocked out, and Jay is under the van right now. Let's go see how he's doing.
The funnest part is all the dirt falling in your eyes while you're trying to work on it, because we got nothing but sand and grit underneath this van. So that's the cherry on top.
What's that?
This is the evap canister. It's part of the emission system. It's supposed to evaporate any sort of fumes that build up. And when you give it the sniff test, it smells like gasoline. But what they said is that this thing, if it gets saturated, it's a problem. But it's not saturated. I can't really hear anything, any liquid gas in there. I smell fumes, but it looks like maybe the bottom, I want to say that it maybe threads off. So I might try to twist this off if it's possible, but everything looks to be pretty normal. I think it looks good.
There we were, parked on a city street corner trying not to be noticed, hoping to blend in enough to get by. It's a weird feeling when you don't know where you are or what could be wrong with your vehicle that is also your home. But what I know is I'd rather be living afraid than living comfortably. To feel we're really alive.
Oh, and so I blew through that canister and it blows through just fine. I gave it the old 1.5 long air compressor test.
Not sure if we already told you, but yesterday Jay tried taking off the seal on the gas cap because he was thinking that it was too tight. And on our drive here, it seemed to do better. So we're thinking it might just be that the gas cap was maybe too good. We did run into another problem at the gas station where when you try putting gas in, it keeps wanting to click off. It keeps wanting to act like it's full. That's going to be another issue moving forward, because if you've been following us for a while now, you know that our gas gauge does not work. So now that's adding another problem, because when we go to fill it, we're not allowed to do it ourselves normally. And if it clicks off, how are we going to know that there's really gas in there?
I'm done crawling under the van for the day. Glad to have that over with. As you saw, I removed the evap canister. Everything seems to be functioning properly with that, so we're crossing that off the potential problem list.
How are we supposed to pump gas at the gas stations? How are we going to overcome that?
Well, we're just going to try it and see what happens. And then we're also going to reference how many miles we drove versus how many gallons were put into the tank to make sure that it's topped back off full. If that makes any sense. It doesn't even make sense to me, so I don't blame you if it doesn't make sense to anyone else either. But yeah, this has just been, a compiling problem that we're dealing with the best that we can. As of now, I want to drive more and try it out and see if it does it again. I think that we created the perfect storm the other day. It was very hot, like over 95, 98 degrees. We were going uphill.
A grade, it was big grade.
Yeah, we were going up like 4,000 feet in elevation. So the van was running hot. It was hot in here. Everything was hot. And so when things get hot, they expand. When liquids get hot, they create gases. And the gas vapors didn't have a place to escape to.
It was so strong.
It was.
If you were in this van, the smell.
Yeah.
It smelled like a gas leak right on the floor here. It was like someone spilled raw gas in this van.
Which adds another level of sketchiness to the equation because our refrigerator is propane. So there's a little pilot light on the back of our refrigerator that could have, it could have spelled disaster for us had we not pulled over and ventilated the inside of the van, if we just were stubborn and kept going. So thank you to my beautiful wife for being adamant on stopping and figuring it out, because men are stubborn. I probably would have just been like, it's fine, we'll keep going, just roll the window down.
All right, if anybody out there is like a geek like I am and loves doing Google stuff, or if you're really an awesome mechanic, it's a 93 Dodge
B350. That's what we're working with.
That's what we're working with.
And
here.
luckily it is older and more simple. The other thing, this could be the problem. Okay, we changed our gas cap to a locking gas cap, and we took off the stock, I'm gonna call it, gas cap that doesn't require a key to open it. Maybe it's the aftermarket gas cap that is somehow not allowing tank ventilation to occur. So I'm gonna put this back on since we're driving today and see if we have a reoccurring problem. Join us next week as we explore a new location.
It might be one of our favorites. You cannot miss it.
And we tear apart the van.
If you're gonna come vacation in Guatemala and there's only one place you could go to, have it be
how much you want to do. Business is business.
She's so cute. Thanks for watching, everybody. Die living. What is that, charcoal or something?
Yeah, it's charcoal, but it really smells like cedar to me.
Cedar?
Some sort of exotic wood. See, I smell like gas or something.
Why don't you pull over, babe?
Oh, I don't know if it's us.
Researching what the causes are, I love to I don't want to say the word like. I'm gonna start over.
Freaking Evelyn needed to get up there and tell how much she loves Diego. Thanks to all the patrons who sent messages giving us tips or ideas on what it could be. I will be checking some of those leads today and hopefully crossing things off the list.
So far, it could possibly be I can't talk, I get nervous. I'm wearing my man shirt today. That's what I call this. It's like a man shirt. Why does everybody make stuff out of wood now?
Because it's fast and easy and it's a renewable resource.
Well, look at that.
But the problem with
Fast
wood,
and easy, look at this.
yeah.
So far, it could possibly be a faulty video. Nervous today.
Take that tape down from where your head is. Okay.
Oh no, he wants to stand up.
Oh, he just totally
no.
teabagged him, dude. I mean, this was probably built under like slave rule, so there's probably a lot of slaves doing this, but it's all for the mighty dollar. Do it quick so you can make more money.
Do it quick so that it breaks so people have to come back and buy more.
Right. Yeah, produce crap so that it breaks and then someone else gets paid to fix it or replace it. Oh, he's going for a bag.
It's not for you guys.
He's trying to be on his phone, look at that. The phones have taken over everywhere.
Nah, it's good. That's
Really?
A lot of butter.
Yeah, you could have smashed that with another one. It's like fast fashion. Wear it once, throw it away.
Build it once, it only lasts 50 years and then it's gone, or you come here and this has been here for thousands of years.
Still looking good.
Still looks perfect.
That person's making the A, right? That was YMCA right there, right? They did it. Jay just spotted the ant highway. Look at this one. Cool, huh? Serious ant highway. But everybody's off today. Sleeping. Jay's got one up top. Look at this little thing. Filming the little tot. That's the baby. If anybody has any solutions, any ideas, thoughts, recommendations, please let us know. We'll take any advice. Thanks for being here. Cruising.
And I think somewhere amongst all of our trash, I kept that other gas cap. I just have no idea where it is.